Hi, I'm Sherry, Don's sister, and I want to thank everyone for coming. This is Kylie, and Don was a 9th degree Grandmaster black belt in Kajukenbo. Kajukenbo was to him what surfing is to me. Kai flew in from Hawaii to honor my brother, and he's going to be performing here for Don. So, Kai?
Aloha e malamapono. Mahalo loa ia oi. I've been in Kajukenbo my whole life, and Grandmaster Don Crummer was my best friend in the art. We met through my father's teacher, Uncle David Nuhiba, and like his sister, Don loved surfing too. He and I came from different lineages. He came from Alehu Reyes, Grandmaster Gary Forbach, and Grandmaster Chuck Turner, very much in the original line. I came from the Citisunction line. Many of Citisunction students are well known. Sifu Al Dela Cruz, Sifu Al de Cascos, George Iverson, Sixto and Luca Ramos, Alan Lee Carter. And though we came from different lineages, we learned from each other. He had an interest in the healing arts, so he learned Seiku Fujitsu and Anma, the massage arts of Kodenkan Danzanru, and also some of the jiu-jitsu from me. And through him, I was able to experience the old school Kajukenbo. So there's two traditions that are close to the heart in Kajukenbo. One is to perform what is known as the Dance of Death. Originally, Naihanchi, it was the only form that Professor James Matose taught, and it was passed down through all the Kempo lineages, including our own in Kajukenbo. And the other is all those of you here gathered who are martial artists can join in offering a strike toward heaven to lift up our brother for mind, body, and spirit. So first, the Dance of Death. Black belts up front. Any sense? Aya! Ekai! Ayas! Ilua! Ayas! Ya! Ayas! Ilua! Ekai! Aya! Ilua! Aya! Ekolu! Aya! Snake! Mind, body, and spirit. Aloha, oi, brother. Until we meet again. Kajukenbo forever!
Yeah. I want to thank everyone that came to honor my brother. Don was my best friend, and he was many people's best friends. And that just tells so much about the kind of guy he was. That people could love him and say, oh, he's my best friend. And he was their best friend, you know? I want to thank Kai for coming over here from Hawaii. He flew in last night and he's flying out tonight. He loved my brother dearly. And I am gifting him my brother's Grandmaster's belt and his bag. He will carry my brother's legacy on. And my brother deserves that. He was massive, he was a legend, but you would never know it. He was so humble. He was kind, he was giving, he was generous. And he could rip your head off in a heartbeat if necessary. You know? I've known my brother since he was born. I'm older than he is. So I grew up with him. And we had a very cool relationship. On most every issue in the world, we were on opposite sides of the fence. But we would say our piece and it didn't matter because we loved each other, and after we said it, we did it, we just let each other be who we are. And it was very special. When I got that phone call, within 36 hours, I was on the road to go get him. I wasn't leaving him out there. And I brought him home. And I want to thank my nephew Jason, my nephew Eddie, who wasn't able to come, and Jen. They came out and met me at his house, and I don't know that I could have done this without them. They're incredible. And then we have his daughter, Jess. Oh my God. She was absolutely amazing. She went out to his home and stayed for a couple of weeks and got it ready to sell. And that was no little feat. She did the estate sale. She cleaned that house like it was brand new. And my heart goes out to you, Jess, for what you did. It's just truly amazing.
Right on.
And I would like to introduce you to Don's family. This right here is Jennifer, and this is Don's ex-wife. This is Shelby, Don's daughter. Jessica is Don's oldest daughter. And yes, Serena's not here. Mary Lou, I want to thank you for putting up with me since April. You know, I mean, this has been, I have never in my life gone through anything like this. It's the heaviest thing I've ever gone through. But it wasn't a burdensome heavy. It was just out of love. I love my brother dearly. He was an amazing human being. When we were little, and Rick, you know this, and some of you know this, they played football at Plaza Park. Don played baseball, football. He was scouted when he was in high school for baseball, but he was playing football, got injured, and that went out the window. But what he accomplished in Kajukenbo, and I apologize if I don't pronounce it right, I can't spell it, but I truly understand what it meant. And I just wanted to honor him today. Kai flew over here to honor and respect him, and I thank the black belts that came out today to honor him as well, and all of the people that loved him. And Mary's here. Mary was my mother's best friend since second grade. She will tell you. It was earlier than that.
Wasn't your grandfather the first sheriff in town? Or
yeah, my grandpa was. He was captain of police and chief of police. And
Yeah,
and all that.
that's
You know,
from the 30s.
Yeah, it runs deep. I can be a sheriff, not a Karen, but a sheriff. And this is and River. This is Jessica's daughter, River, who's just truly amazing, and Jason, the husband. It was like a family came together to take care of Don.
Amen.
So what I would like, if anybody wants to share stories, please feel free. You don't have to get up here, but just talk among yourself.
Can I say something real quick?
You sure?
Sherry was honored last week by the Women's Longboard Association, right? With a trophy, Gibson Abalone Shell Trophy, down and honored at the amphitheater at the Oceanside Pier last week during the contest down there. And she's got this great award that was given to her by Leroy Granis, who was a very famous surfing photographer, a retired colonel in Marine Corps. Just a neat guy, he's a legend in the surfing world, wears old photos and stuff. But anyway, from your endeavors in surfing, and I remember when Don came over and stayed with us, and he went to your award ceremony on the wall of recognition for San Clemente athletes at the Aquatic Center in San Clemente. And anyway, I know this for Don, but your accolades runs in the family. You guys just play hard and work hard and stuff. And Don, I gotta say, Don, I met Kai 4 years or so ago. We were visiting Marina's family on Kauai, and we always rent a house on the North Shore. And the house was a house that you said your dad would take you guys as kids growing up there and stuff. But we had some of Marina's family from Oahu there. There was like 20 people there, and you said a wonderful prayer in Hawaiian for us and stuff. And you and Don and I were smoking cigars out in the patio there. And then the rain came down, and we're standing under the porch with the rain coming down, still enjoying our cigars. I go, well, this isn't very comfortable and stuff. But Kai, you told me how Don got you to enjoy a good cigar. And I got Don into cigars years ago, because I grew up with my dad always having a cigar in his mouth. Now I don't smoke anymore. Things changed, but I'll never forget that. It was just a wonderful time we had with you at that North Shore house. And Don would visit us every time we visit Hawaii. He would come over and stay, and he'd come out of his way. And it's a beautiful drive, granted, from Waimanalo to the North Shore, wherever, or from town to the North Shore. But it's still a long haul. But he would come up after work, and he'd stay he'd spend time with us and with my mom. And he'd go out of his way to make sure we were comfortable, even at Jamie O'Brien's house on the North Shore pipeline there. And he taught, I think it was Jamie's dad, Nick O'Brien, Kajukenbo, right? Jamie too.
Jamie was a student. He built Jamie's house.
Yeah, it's so cool. And when my brothers visited for the Pro Bowl one time, Don went out a pipeline to show him how I could surf pipeline, and he did it. So he was a stepper, a big guy, just all around, just nothing but respect. In those park football days and stuff, we were a couple of the biggest guys playing tackle ball in the park, and we took some shots. I think that's one of the reasons my hips are shot more than it's not from the old surfing days, that's for sure. But I nothing but respect. Don was a man.
Amen.
So
Anyway, so then as kids, we all hung out at the pier, and that was its own story, as Jimmy knows. And a lot of these gentlemen here know we probably can't legally talk about those days, but Don was such a force then. Like, he would come down to the beach, and he had this dog named Ben. Oh my God! You know how they talk about like someone's animals a lot of times are kind of reflective. Jeez. So Don would come down to the beach with this dog Ben, and he had him on like a leather strap with a big fat chain, and Ben would just roar, and he would just stand at the beach, and we'd be sitting there going, my God. He walks up to these 6 guys and goes, oh, you guys think you're tough, whatever. And he goes, I'll kick all your asses. Hey, no lies. And I'm standing there, I'm not a black belt. I'm standing there going, oh my God, what is gonna happen right now? So anyway, so then he stands there, one guy shows a pipe, the other guy's got chains, and they're all standing there going, but they never stood up to him. So he tells the guy, I'll put the pipe around your neck, I'll put the chain up your ass, and I'm gonna kick all your ass. And I'm standing there going, if that doesn't work, I'm screwed here. So then, they didn't step up, and we left. So we're driving to the North Shore, and I had to pull the car over in the pineapple fields on the way between. And I pull over and I go, Don, I need to talk to you, man. Like, so I get out of the car, and he's a very intimidating man to talk to. But I feel like we were good. So I get out of the car and I go, you know, Don, do you realize that you put me in harm's way tonight? And he's like, you could handle yourself, and you got me. And I'm like, here's the deal. I'm not always going to be with you, dude. I'm in Hawaii all the time, and I'm recognized. You know, at the time I had real bushy long hair. I'm like, I'm just going to be super recognizable. And these 6 guys, I'm probably going to get beat up one night because of what you just did. You realize you just put your friend in harm's way. And I think it was the first time I go, you got to think about the consequences of all that violent energy. And I swear it was cool. Like something happened. And so that was one story. And then he was helped. It was cool. And then another time we're at the pier, and he had that whole thing like in the 70s. The pier was a full-on localistic, just, you don't live here, don't surf here, and he had a major deal with that, right? And I was kind of from a generation before that, more guys like Marty Gishin, Bobby, Robert Leffler, Small, okay? That generation, a lot of guys that were more like surfing to have fun and not trying to make it this big violent thing. So one day I think it was by the 90s, and Don was with me, and we were at the pier, and he goes, "You're too nice to everyone." So then I tell him, I go, Don, here's the deal. I want to travel the world, my man. I don't want to be stuck in my wave mentality because anyway, it's not your wave. It's our wave. God gave us all the waves, okay? I like the idea that we stand strong for our turf, but dude, I want to travel the world, and when I get there, I want people to be stoked. One tribe. We're all surfers. And I swear, I took him traveling with me, and he got to see me do this with people all over the world, and I got to share with him the difference between that narrow mentality and that bigger brotherhood mentality. And I feel that those two things, in the big picture, I know you guys had a huge effect on his life too, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I really, in a sense, what do Christians say? Share when they preach, whatever they do. Anyway, so yeah, there's a word for it, testimony. I gave him testimonies that I feel like I watched it seat in his heart. And then our friendship developed more and more and more over the decades. And I gotta say, man, like, just so you guys all know, we became so close over the decades. And, we had plans of things we were gonna do in the future. I was talking to him on the phone as I did all the time the night before he passed. I was talking to him till he probably was not. Anyways, because I'm a little chatty. So we talked a lot, and then Sherry, it's mind blowing. I was the last person to talk to him, and I miss him. I really miss that man. He was such a friend to me, such a protector. Even though at times he put me in harm's way, in the big picture, he was a protector of me. And he taught me a lot, and I taught him a lot, and our friendship showed that. And I'm so honored to be here today to meet everyone and see everyone and get to share my stories because I would have it no other way, I love that man, and I love all you guys that love him.
We'll be reunited again, Joe.
You guys can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm running now. Holy shit.
One thing special that connects what he shared with my experience with him goes back to Uncle David Nuhiva.
Yes,
See?
who we talk about all the time.
Uncle David taught something that Don never forgot, and it really spoke to his heart. Uncle David said to Don, "If you love me, tell me now. Don't cry at my funeral.
Right.
Don't tell everyone else how sad you are. Tell me now."
That's who it came from. I was just quoting that earlier.
And
Yes, you were.
because of this, Don, as fearsome a bull as he was never shy to tell you that he loved you and that you meant something to him. And because of that philosophy, I'm grateful to Don that the last time I spoke to him, which was shortly before you did, our last words to each other, "I love you, brother."
Exactly. That's what we said that night too. It was
Amen.
so cool. Yeah, that's why. I'm totally bummed he passed away. But I feel like when he
He
did,
knew he
he
was
knew
loved.
that was all this love. You know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean?
was-
I mean, I told him all the time, you know, because I really did. So, dude, that's where that came from.
But carry that forward from
Find
Uncle
peace in
David
that.
Yes.
and from
Yes.
Grandmaster Don Crummer.
Yes.
Aloha. Always be aloha.
Aloha.
No good decision is ever made out of anger or fear. Good decisions are made out of courage and love.
Yeah.
So be the aloha you want to see in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
E kahi, e lua, e kulu. Yahoo! Yee! Oh yeah, Grandmaster Don Crummer, the man, the beast, the legend. Yahoo! My mom actually made these angels for Grandmaster Don, and his sister just showed them to me. Mahalo nui loa ia oi, mo I ka malohia.